Welcome back and good morning, Central Oregon. Kay Strand, author of The Weaver, and KC Snider, who is an illustrator of many children's books, are both with me this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, Casey, first to you. I promised Kay I wouldn't pick on the new girl. So, Casey's been with me a lot. So, you illustrate so many children's books, and we were talking before we came on. With each one, it just seems like you've got something different, something new. Do you really tailor your artwork depending on the author and the story?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. If it's comedy, like Stilts Historic, then I can flip into the comedy type of artwork. Mm-hmm. If it's something that's extremely serious, then I usually go into very, very realistic type of work. Mm-hmm. So I'm I guess kind of a multi-illustrator. I don't know. You can't always tell when I've done a book.
And some illustrators you really can.
Yes.
It's almost like
yes.
their signature. You know, they did that book.
Yes.
And Kay and I were talking, we call it multi-talented, personally, because we just really love that. And so we're going to we've got some pictures actually of some of Casey's works. And Kay, your book, The Weaver, tell me about this book.
The Weaver is about a young girl named Mary. She lives in a town of storytellers called word weavers. Mm-hmm. Her mother is the most revered word weaver of them all, but poor Mary is suffering through her third year of novice word weaving. Mm-hmm. She just can't tell a good story. And she meets a strange little character who promises her a wish, and she casts her wish thinking that her troubles are over, but instead of weaving a better story, she's weaving these odd little yarn charms that go along with her still very pathetic tales. So now she has two problems to overcome.
It sounds darling.
It's charming.
Well, what age group is this suited for?
That's written for 9 to 12-year-olds.
Okay, mm-hmm. So kids that can generally read themselves, mm-hmm. although you gave me a copy for my daughter, she's 6, and we'll read it together.
Right, yes.
So, you know, you're not too old or too young to enjoy these stories. And we want to talk about this illustrators. This is an illustrators exhibit at the Redmond Library.
Yes.
But the authors get to come in as well.
Yes, yes. We have another author,
Patricia Wilson.
Yes.
Yeah, Patricia Wilson, mm-hmm. and her illustrator, Sharon Bean. So we have those two on there too. And Patricia's done one book, and Sharon did the entire book. So they're going to display that all in one wall, mm-hmm. so that you can read the story as you go along. So that would be cool. I will be scattered throughout the library, I think. I think they're going to put a lot of them in the children's section. Mm-hmm. So.
Well, and maybe that's something, like here's one of your books that you illustrated. Maybe that's something maybe that people don't pay enough attention to, would you say, are the illustrations? It's art. It really is art.
Oh yeah, it's art.
Yeah.
It's definitely art.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. The kids sure like it.
Yeah.
I mean, what's a children's book without pictures?
That's right. And the picture we just showed you was art by Sharon Bean, who partnered with Patricia Bennett Wilson in a book called I Can't See, But I Can Imagine, which she was on several years ago, a darling book.
Yes.
And so this show will be going on June 1st through July 30th, but you have a very special reception on June 18th, and everybody's welcome. This is where the authors get to partner with the illustrators?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so it will be, 10:30 to 11:30, and then 1 to 4:30, the authors will be doing book readings.
We'll be reading and signing, yes.
Okay. And it will be you and Pat Wilson?
And yes, exactly.
Okay. And then book signings from 1 p.m. to 4:30 p.m., and that's when you get the authors and the illustrators, because a lot of us will get the authors to sign our books, but do you get the illustrators? So it's kind of an added bonus.
Yes.
We love that. And then the reception is from 2:30 to 4:30 for the illustrators and authors, and all of this is taking place on the main location of the library. And I would imagine the book community, the literary community in Central Oregon is so welcoming and so wonderful. The art community is the same. If there are people out there whose greatest dream has been to write a book or a children's book or to illustrate a book, I would imagine that they could pick your brains at this event.
Oh, they will.
Absolutely.
Yeah, don't worry. They will.
They will. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Good. Because, you know, there's a lot to be learned for both ends of the spectrum.
Yes.
And also, you're both with Guardian Angel Publishing. That's a whole nother realm. Is once you've maybe written or once you've illustrated something, how do you get it published?
Right.
So
That's how we got Kay. She met our publisher.
oh, fantastic!
Yeah.
And she's a
Through
sweetheart.
an event.
Yes, through an
Yeah,
event.
she is.
So,
Through an
there
event,
you go.
yeah.
So if you have any questions, make sure you head down on June 18th to the Redmond Public Library. It's part of their summer reading program, and it's just a great thing to do, a great thing for families. So, and don't forget, Kay's book is The Weaver, and Casey brought in Stilts the Stork by Dixie Phillips, who I think you've partnered with before,
Yes.
haven't you,
Yes.
on books,
Yes.
and illustrations by KC Snider. So it was great to see you both this morning. Thank you
you
so
very
much.
much. It was fun.
Thank you.